Hi there, welcome in Advanced Camera Switch tutorial. In this tutorial I would love to show you how to switch several cameras. So for example, if your vehicle have more than two cameras, like 5, 6, 10, whatever number it will be here, it will help you a lot, but it's more complicated than the previous one. Not as blueprint itself, but understanding how it works, which is important for everyone, how the specific things works. So we head to event graph, and the event graph we want to right click it, search for event begin played, right? And we want to search for two things: numpad minus and numpad plus. This is only a example. You can use any different keys you want to actually switch between cameras. Okay. This is only to make it easy and understandable. So minus is when we go reverse, plus is when we go forward, right? So at the event being played, we want to do a couple things first. I hope you know what is array, because we will need to use it. Okay. I call it cameras array. I've already set it up because I was checking something. So what you want to do, probably it's gonna be boolean for you as a single. As a single, we want to go to camera component, object reference, lovely. Then we want to click here on the details and set it as an array. All right, that's what we want. Now we drop it, we get it, and we want to add items. Wait, and how many cameras we got? 4 for me. So I want to add it 4 times. You might ask me now why I'm doing that. It's exactly the same as the previous. No, it's not. It's not. You might say it's a bit more complicated than the previous one, but the previous one works well. Yes and no. You will see why in a second. So we want to drag our cameras. Get camera 1. That's gonna be easier doing that way. Okay, camera 0 as a first input, camera 1 as a second input, camera 3 as a fourth input, and 2 as a third input. Why? To people that knows something about programming, I know a tiny bit because I had experience with C++ and Java. Not much, but I had it. I'll actually place it here. It is array are the groups of items. Whatever item is a name, is a string, is a type, is object reference, is a class reference, doesn't matter. This is the group of, it's like pen holder. You got your pen holder and there is your pens. That's basically array. And specific pens have a specific place where they are in the pen holder, right? Right, we want to compile that. Okay, there is some errors because I forgot to actually set the array I want to add to. Array I want to add to. There we go, lovely. That's everything what we need at the moment here. Now we're going to do actually switch camera. So arrays are the groups of items that we can search for by the indexes or any other possible ways to do it. Right, in the variables, I would love to add active camera. Right, we got active camera. We got variable a next camera. And another variable that is previous camera. Okay. There we go. And we want to change that from array to a single. They have to be a single because it's only one camera next on the front and there is only one camera that is previous to actual only one, which is active. Alright, I set my camera 0 as an auto active, so whenever I press play, it will be the active. I show you. That's my active camera. If I switch it off, pilot save it, my camera goes on a 0 point for the phone. Okay, so I want to auto active that one. This is important, so you have at least one active camera. Okay, as you notice, I named my variables with a v underscore whatever it is. For me, and I would totally recommend naming variables or functions or interface anything, literally anything when you're programming or doing blueprints, which is programming but a visual. It's important to name it correctly and easy to understand for you or other people that you work with. So for example, I'm working with my colleague to make a game about cars, and I do blueprints, but I send it files to him. You have to understand it as well. So this is important. Be clear with what does what. That's why we go to the function now. I call it f underscore, and I would say it will get active camera, previous camera, and next camera. So I'll say get active cameras. Okay, so this one will get any active cameras that are active. Simple, right? Makes sense. As the name says. In here, we want to get our array, and we want to search for each loop with a break. It's important with a break because with that we can simply quit our loop whenever we want it, not whenever it's, I don't know, finished elements in an array. Okay, so therefore each loop will search for all arrays and it will finish searching at the last one, or whatever we set it. I'll show you. Oh, not that. For each loop, yeah, I will go for every single component in this array. While this one, once we find it something, we can literally straight away stop it. So that's what we want to do. So whenever we activate our function, it goes through the each loop of our array of cameras, and we want to get is active, right? Then it's branch and loop body connected to the branch. So what that does is it gets first item in array, check it if it's active. If it is, if it's not, it continues. But if it is, we just break it. Simply break it. Okay. Simple break at the end. But I stop it here for a second. I don't connect that here yet because we have to do different things. First thing is add. We want two adds. One with a 1, sorry, 1, and one with -1, which is subtraction, anyway, or take away, anyway, but I use it add, that's it, to make it simple. And we want to get our array again. Oh, well, I got 2 of them. Which one I'm accessing here? Okay, that one. Okay, I don't know why I had another one. Maybe I click it something. Maybe you saw when it happens. Okay, we want to get that twice and get copy. So we're gonna get copy of an item that is on a specific get copy on a specific index. So for the previous camera, we wanna set and set. So the previous camera, it's our active camera minus -1, which is previous item in an array, and then our next our next camera is the one next after active one. So for example, if our active camera is on the index 1, the previous one is 0, the next one is 2, right? If that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. Now, once we find that, we want to also this array element to be as our active camera. Okay, got it. From that point, we want to set our cameras, next camera and previous camera, and then break the loop. So we find it, okay, it's true, so I stop it, and then get all those informations. Well, actually, it doesn't stop here, it stops here. So find it, true, set all informations, goes to the last one, and stop. So it doesn't go infinite way for how many items we have. We break it basically. Now we added that function here to plus and minus, and we might want to, we don't have to get another like switch camera function, but we won't do it here. Just get that and do it different way. Set active. Oh, set active. So whatever camera is active, it won't be active anymore. We want to disable it, turn it off. There we go. In both actions, we want to turn it off. The current, the one we actually using at this moment, we want to turn it off. And then for the minus, we want a previous one, set active. We want that one to set active. And we wanted this one to set. Wow. Just copy paste it. Can't spell it. To set active next camera for the plus. And we jump in the game. Right, this is our first camera. Okay, I can switch now cameras. Oh, no. What's going on? I'm under the track. Oh, why is that happening? Why is it going there? This is not my camera. This is default camera by the system. I tell you why. You will get many errors here at this time because we didn't set any validation of our array. We need to validate if there is next item or if there is no next item at the end. So we break that. We take our next and previous camera here. And from array, we get last index and is valid index. Right, so we want this index here. Check it if it's valid, if it's 0 or more, because a array doesn't go. You can't have a bag of jellies and have a -1 in there. No, there is a 0 or more. There is never minus on an array. So we check that branch. If it's true, we want to set it previous camera. If it's false, we want to set set previous camera to the last index. So we want to get copy last index and then our previous camera. We can obviously do it this way. I just put it 4, but once you start adding items, you don't want to remember how many items you have. Actually, not 4, 3. I will do mistakes because arrays start at the 0, not at the 1. So 0, 1, 2, 3, which is 4. I don't want to remember how many items I have in my array, so I'll just use the last index. Okay. And now here we want to do pretty much similar thing. We want to get our index, add 1 to our index, and check it if it's equal to this one, to the next one. Okay, we would ask why you added 1 to last index, as last index should be known as a last item. Why you want to add an extra item, like extra? There is no extra. Yes, exactly, there is no extra item. There is no index 4 in my array. That's why I check it, because if I check it at index 3, if it's equal, it will actually do something different that I want. It won't show the last camera, it will show the first camera again, instead the fourth camera. So if I don't do that, okay, if I do it only that way, I'll show you what's gonna happen. Branch. We do it sequence here, because we want to run those two functions at the same time. Okay, so this is going to be here, this is going to be here. Okay, and then here we want to set next camera to actually get index 0. We don't have to change anything or add a like is valid or anything. 0 is always there, because array have to have at least one item. Well, don't have to have any items, it can be null, but then there's no point. So the only one item, like the first item, is always 0, so don't have to check it. Okay, so I compile and save it. Now I need a break. So each of those have to be connected to the break, because whatever happened, it has to stop. Save it, compile it, boom. Oh, I can go backwards. Can't go forward. Wait. Why did that happen? Next camera. Ah, I set it wrong way. So if it's true, then we want to do that. If it's false, we want to do that. It's getting a little bit messy here. So plus, you can see I can scroll. Okay, I can scroll, but there is, oh, you see? There's that one camera. That's the camera that I don't see when I do it plus. That's why I said you have to add it 1 to your array. And you see what's gonna happen now. Okay, I click it. Boom, I've got that camera. And it scrolls through cameras, all the cameras now. And I cannot get that invalid camera that was the default camera by the game, right? So this is quite messy. This is really messy. You can try to clean it up. There's possibly ways to clean it up. But that's everything what I want to show you for the bit more complex and bit more advanced camera switch, because in this case, doesn't matter how many cameras I will do, I have to only add them here at the end. Like this works like totally separate. Like the previous thing, you have to get every single camera in the branches and check and do it. This does itself. You don't have to set it up manually. You just set it up one function that works for all cameras or whatever items. But yeah, for all cameras at this point, in this situation, it's only check the whole camera. So if I add whatever camera I want, add camera. Yeah, I add a camera under the mesh. Okay, where's the camera? I wanted that camera somewhere like, no, maybe not that far, but like on a wheel. In the previous scenario, I had to actually add it to event graph, add it to branch, another branch. No, now I just get a camera, add it 2 nodes to my whole system, save it, click it, and I can go through my cameras. It's that simple. You don't have to change anything, just add another item to array. So this is a bit more complicated to make it, but when you made it, it's way much easier, because you don't have to do so much effort to actually add it in branches and branches, and it will take all the space, right? So I hope you understand why this is the better way for many cameras. Maybe not for 2, but for so many cameras in your vehicle, for example. I hope you did enjoy this tutorial. I hope you find it useful. If you did, please leave a comment. If you doubt in anything, please leave a comment. Like it, subscribe it, and see you in the next one.